This is the absolutely gorgeous 2013 Audi A5. Welcome to Throttle. My name is Daryl Kemsley, and today I'm teaching you 5 things you absolutely need to know if you're thinking of picking up an A5. Let's get started. We already made a few videos with this beautiful car, and Tanner actually now owns it. And because he owns it, we got to drive this every single day, experience everything about this, and here is 5 things you absolutely need to know. Starting with number 1. Now, of course, the Audi A5 is the coupe version of the A4. It produces 211 horsepower and 258 pound-foot of torque out of a turbocharged 4-cylinder. Now, this car's sticker price is $48,000. But today in 2018, you could find these on Car Gurus and Auto Trader from anywhere from $15,000 to $25,000. Is that a good deal? Absolutely. For $15,000, you could be driving a $50,000 car. Of course, at that price range, this car is the direct competitor to Mercedes-Benz C-Class and the BMW 3 Series. I know I'm just a mouthful of words right now, but I do think this is so important. So to summarize, the Mercedes C250, better fuel economy, slower car, better interior. Audi, it's fast, not sport car level by any means. It does not handle like a sport car, but it's very comfortable daily driver. While the BMW is faster, but I don't know if it's worth it for the daily driver because you have the lower ride height, stiff seats, and just uncomfortable interior. While the BMW is sport first, luxury second, you could definitely tell that this car is luxury first and sport second, and that is why I absolutely love this car. In my opinion, it is such a good daily driver. Moving on to number 2, which brings us to number 2 on the list, which is its insane daily drivability. And I know it looks like I'm super excited right now, but it's because I am. I've never been in a more comfortable European daily driver in my life at this price point of $15,000 to $25,000. What do you get with this? Of course, it's a $50,000 car, which includes Quattro. Now, this Quattro is amazing. We live in Utah. We drive it in snow every day. Tanner takes this car skiing, and it's phenomenal. So practicality is great. It has a very big trunk space there. Practicality is good there too. On top of that, what makes this car such good at daily driving is its technology. Even back in 2013, you could put a SIM card in this car and have 2G access to live traffic information, maps, go on the internet. The sound system's amazing, the seats are soft, and the car, again, I don't want to ramble too much with the first point again, by no means does it feel like a sport car. It doesn't. If you're looking for an exhilarating sport car, I would look at used BMW 335s, or maybe with a little bit more used Mercedes AMGs. If you're looking for a sport car, this is not for you. For a daily driver, this car has all the power you need. Just because the way it's set up, the suspension, the ride quality, how isolated you are from the road, it doesn't feel like a sport car. Doesn't matter, it has all the power you need. It's fast, it's sexy, it's sleek, all-wheel drive, amazing practicality, I love it. That's number 2. Oh my gosh, I'm rambling again, so we're moving on to number 3. Number 3, now this kind of ties in with daily drivability and practicality, but I felt it had to be its own subject and something that you should know. Now, you guys know me, I drove the BMW Alpina Tuned 6 Series. That thing had horrible, unfunctional back seats. It was a 2-door coupe just like this car. Back seats were absolutely horrible. I also have a BMW i8, and the back seats of that car are purely for groceries and cheaper insurance. You cannot sit anyone there. This car, however, is a 2-door coupe that looks aggressive. It has the beautiful sloping lines with functional back seats and headroom. When they designed this car, they actually implemented tools in the back seats for backseat riders. It actually has a cargo net to hold your things, has a central armrest that comes down, cup holders that actually work. The backseat ones are better than the front seat ones. I'll talk more about that later. And of course, you have adequate headroom. I'm 6 foot and I have headroom in the back and legroom, and it's absolutely phenomenal. I'm not going to lie, it is a little bit crammed. However, When you buy a coupe, why do you buy one? You buy it to be sporty, you buy it because it's sexy, you buy it to be cool. And most of the time, because you're buying a coupe, you know you're giving up passengers, and it's just going to be you and the other person. You do not have to sacrifice in this car, and that is so brilliant. You could have comfortably 4 adults in this coupe, all in a sexy package, all while it's functional. I love it, and let's move on. Number 4, and how could I make a video about an Audi without ranting about the cup holders? I know it's overdone, I know I do it with every single Audi video, but it is such a big pet peeve to both Tanner and I, where I truly feel if you're thinking about buying this car, you do legitimately need to know this. Your cup holders suck. Let me explain. You sit in the car and your cup holders are right here in the center. Now I know that that's like, it's okay, it's here in the center, the size is great, it's not super size dependent, you can fit things in there. 2 things that's wrong with it. A, it's ridiculously loud, made out of plastic parts. Every single time you put in a can, you just have this symphony of horrible noises that you have to endure every time you pull it out. And I wish I had a can to demonstrate this, but we could use some B-roll from a previous video and do that right now. Let's just listen to this German luxury right here. Listen to me while I pull this right out. Isn't that just the most beautiful noise you could think of in a $40,000 car? Let's listen to that again. You know, I love these cup holders. Yeah, it's not that fun. Second, when I drive, I like to have my hand on the shift lever. It just makes me feel more aware, it makes me feel cool. I don't know why I do it, it's how I drive. This is my driving position. You cannot comfortably have this position in this car if you have drinks in your cup holder, because your elbow will be resting on the drinks. So, yes, cup holders is such a small thing, and am I being dramatic? Maybe, but I don't think so. If you want an Audi A5 from 2013, you've got to know you would not be able to have a drink in your car and comfortably drive. Moving on to the last. You're going to want to listen to this. This car could be tuned for such large numbers for so cheap. Traditionally, for dozens of years with naturally aspirated cars, it cost thousands and thousands of dollars to get even 30 horse or 20 horse out of it. But because this is a turbocharged FSI 4-cylinder, you could get the stage 1 APR tune and add 57 horsepower and 85 pound-foot of torque. Those numbers are huge, it's phenomenal, all for $539. Now, Mercedes has AMG, BMW has the M division, and on top of that they have Alpina, and what Volkswagen Group and Audi, what they have is APR. So APR, it's not factory, but it doesn't void the factory warranty. So for $539, you get all that extra performance without voiding your warranty and without risking anything reliability, because it's an APR famous brand tune, and that is phenomenal. This is just such a good car to modify, and if you're into modifying and getting your hands dirty with cars, just like me and just like Tanner, every single car I've ever had, I put thousands of dollars into cosmetics and performance. This car is so good. For such a cheap amount, you could get an RS grille for like the RS5. I think it's just $250. You could get an RS grille for the front, an RS diffuser in the back. You could do a muffler delete, and this thing sounds mean. And again, with that stage 1 tune, this has 268 horse and 343 pound-foot of torque. That is literally E46, E90, M3 level performance when it comes to torque in a 4-cylinder that's going to cost you 15 grand. This is such a good base car to work on. Now, I know I've been rambling throughout this video, but I just love this car so much and really wanted you guys to know this if considering it. In summary of everything, this car is gorgeous, beautiful, comfortable, practical, could fit 4 adults. It's fast, doesn't feel sporty, but it's fast enough, and it is such a good foundation to modify. You could cheaply modify this thing to be almost E46 M3 levels. You can modify the appearances to the RS5 super cheaply. You can make it sound amazing. And all of this you could get from $15,000 to $25,000. In my opinion, the Audi A5 2.0 4-cylinder FSI engine is the best daily driver you can buy for $15,000. My name is Daryl Kemsley. This is Throttle. I hope you learned something new, and on top of that, I hope you pick yourself up an Audi A5. We make videos every single week. Please check out our channel and check out the other videos with this A5, where videos with my DeLorean and videos with my BMW i8. Thank you so much for checking out the video. We'll see you next week. Here's a cool little outro Easter egg for you, while my face is right here and my previous videos are right here. Anyway, Tanner just discovered this. This is a keyless entry car. The car is locked right now. You open up your trunk, you put your groceries in, you actually drop your key in the locked car, in the trunk, you shut the trunk, and it opens. This is so cool and so refined. I don't know why I think this is so cool. You cannot lock your key in the trunk. On top of that, I have my key out here in my pocket. I'm right next to the trunk. I shut it and it stays shut. See you guys next week.